Good morning, APW. Coach Standard here. Just getting started on all of our winter athletics coming up next week. I know you've probably missed my smiling gray beard and my voice. But even if you didn't, I'm going to come back at you here now that winter is starting with some of our news, notes, and our athletic updates, because we are rolling into the winter seasons. Our winter modified seasons have already started. Our modified boys basketball is underway, as well as our modified girls volleyball. Modified boys basketball played their first game this week against crosstown rival Pulaski. And from what I was told, the boys played extremely well. I wasn't able to attend that game, but they came away with the victory, playing a 5-quarter game against Pulaski, and congratulations on a great start to their season. Modified girls traveled to Phoenix volleyball last night, and although they did not win a match, they started out a little slow, but they got better as the match went on and played very well for 3 matches against the Firebirds. So looking forward to great things from both of those squads as they move forward in their season. On to our JV and varsity winter seasons. I have put out announcements about Family ID, getting signed up, when they start. So again, I'm going to say it right here. Those seasons start next Monday, November 15th. Our JV and varsity winter seasons. I've even put a bulletin board, an easel right in front of the cafeteria down from my office that had all of the winter sports that were going to be starting and the date that they started. Also a reminder on that board to get signed up on Family ID. This is not something we should be waiting the last minute to do. Today I went down, updated that board with all of the sports that are going to be starting on Monday and their practice times for that first day. Because I know a lot of kids, they don't see their coach until that first day. So they need to know when their practice times are. So I posted those right in front of the cafeteria on a big, giant easel whiteboard with all those times on there. Now, with that being said, with start times for practices, Mr. Metcalf has come through in the clutch once again for our athletic programs. We have busing now to and from Central Square for our bowling team each day. And we have busing to and from Pulaski for the JV varsity wrestling squad that travels to Pulaski for practices each day. Now, I'd like to clear up a little something as far as bowling goes. I know that there is some talk of some unhappy people about bowling possibly being completely virtual again this year. We have to keep in mind and understand that we do not control the bowling alley. When we have an athletics event here in our gymnasium and on our campus, we control the times. So if I want to hold a basketball game here, I have the unlimited capacity to schedule my own gymnasium from, let's say, 5:30 at night till 10 o'clock at night. But for the bowling alleys are a thriving business. And especially with COVID, the past 18 months, they've been hurting for customers and to be able to operate normally. So they operate with all of their adult leagues, selling their food and beverages and their league fees and everything. And that's how they make the majority of their money and stay in business. So for us to go there to bowl, the requirement is we need to get there as soon as possible after school. So right around, 3:30, by the time we can get a bus from here at 3 o'clock. But then we need to be out of the bowling alley and have it cleared by 5 or 5:30 in order for the adult leagues that are filtering in so they can get started. So we're at the mercy of the bowling alley. So if I can't get a bus until 3 o'clock, our kids travel, let's say, for example, all the way to Weedsport to their bowling alley, which is an hour away. They're not going to get there till 4 o'clock. Then they got to get off the bus, get their shoes, get the warm-ups done. They may not start a match until 4:30. And now that's 3 games for the boys. I think it's 5 boys, 5 girls that compete against each school. There is no way they can get that match done in an hour. So, the coaches for bowling, it's a kind of a unique situation. They get together way more than the ADs do, and they kind of figure things out. So the way that it's kind of been left, just to explain this to everyone, so everyone's on the same page, is if we have a match in Central Square, that's our home match. If the other school has no problems getting transportation and those coaches work it out, and that school travels to Central Square, and we can bowl them in that time frame between that 3:30 and 5 to 5:30, 2-hour window, if they can fit that in, that's great. And the kids can bowl against the other kids head to head right there. But a lot of our away matches, when you figure in the time that I can get a bus for an away match is 3:30, and then the travel time to get there, and then the warm-up time that they're allotted before they start the match for each team, it's just not feasible for the kids to fit a match in an hour. It just will not happen. So I just wanted to explain that to everyone. And if anyone has any questions about that, feel free to give me a call here in the office or email me, and I can give you further details. But I just wanted to explain that to everyone because I don't want anyone to be in the dark or not understand the reasonings behind some of the decisions that are made for some of our athletics. If it's not something that we hold right here on our campus, and it's an outside entity or business that is letting us use their facility, we're at their mercy for their scheduling time. So I would just wanted to make that clear to everyone. A couple other updates. Booster Club, still looking for volunteers for all of our indoor winter stuff. They're in desperate need of people to work. If there's a girls' basketball game at home and the boys just had practice, hopefully we can get some boys' parents to volunteer, and then vice versa. If we can get everybody to just volunteer for one event, everything should be covered and we should have no problems with our concessions. And again, like I've said, all of that money that the concession stand makes and the Booster Club makes goes right back into our athletic programs. I am still in need of a certified New York State Ed certified modified girls basketball coach. If we have enough girls signed up to have the 2 teams like we always do, we will need 2 coaches, a 7th grade coach and an 8th grade coach. At this time on Family ID, I checked today, there's only 8 to 9 girls, both classes, 7th and 8th, signed up. If we only have a very small amount, we would just have 1 mixed team. So I would need 1 coach. But again, as I explained in one of my last videos, they need to be New York State Ed certified coaches before we can act on that and hire you. I believe that's all for my updates. Again, winter sports creeping up on us. Monday's the start time. Make sure you're at every practice. Make sure your grades are up because the first marking period is going to be finishing up here very shortly. And when those grades reports come out, if you're failing 2 or more classes, you become ineligible and need to follow our academic policy. And I hate to see that happen to any of our students. So make sure you're getting it done in the classroom first. I hope everyone has a safe and happy Veterans Day. Thank you to all of the veterans who have served past, present, and future. Without you, we would not have this great country to call our own and to enjoy all of the things that we get to enjoy. And to all of you veterans, I say thank you from the bottom of my heart. My father is a veteran. My uncle is a veteran. So I have several family members that were in the armed services or that are now. And I thank each and every one of you who have made that sacrifice for the rest of us. Thank you and have a great day tomorrow.